Welcome everybody to the monthly Sangha Gathering. I'm Stephen Mugen Snyder, Sensei. I'll just give a very brief background on me in case there's a few of you that don't know me. I've been meditating for just a little less than 50 years. Began in the Zen tradition. I've stayed in that tradition since. I've also practiced in the Tibetan and Theravada Buddhist traditions as well. I'm authorized to teach in the Soto Zen, Rinzai Zen, and Theravada Buddhist traditions. I've authored, my 6th book will be out in March called Liberating the Self, and we'll do a little practice today from that book. So I want to start just checking with you and see where you are, if you don't mind sharing where you're calling from, and then just where you find yourself in this moment, whether it's just personal. I've also mentioned, if you've seen, that I welcomed people bringing their reaction to the US election, because I've been working with students both here and abroad who are finding that challenging. All right, so the first thing I'd like to do, we'll just do this in parts. Just start with taking some deep belly breaths, everyone. Really filling your lungs and abdomen down to genitals with air. Then releasing slowly as much of that air as you can. Feel your contact with the floor in your seat. And really take a few minutes to let yourself feel that support of the seat you're in this moment. Feel the support of the Sangha here, everyone coming together to practice, to share. To let ourselves hold and be held together. Start by bringing awareness to the belly area, particularly what we call the hara. It's about 2 or 3 finger widths beneath the, below the navel, and 2 or 3 finger widths in from the surface of the skin. It's an energy center in the body, a natural place for us to rest awareness. One of the benefits of including the hara is that it tends to be non-conceptual, so we can sit there without too much content. By content, I mean mental content. So just breathe into the hara, relaxing into your seat, feeling your contact with the floor in your seat. Really let yourself be held in this moment. And as you're breathing into the hara, let yourself deeply feel acceptance. We want to accept whatever's happening in your body or mental awareness. We're not cataloging, we're not changing, we're just simply accepting. This is what's here. Let yourself relax a little more deeply. Loosening your grip a bit on any strong emotions or reactions in this moment. Again, accepting. This is what's here. And as you keep breathing into the hara, I want to tell you one of the old Chan stories from China. And many of you may have heard this story. It's called Good Luck, Bad Luck, Who Knows? And the way the story goes is there was a fairly poor farmer who had one son and was fortunate enough to have a horse that could help with his plowing and other needs. And one day his horse ran off. The gate came loose on the corral and the horse was gone in the morning. And the man's neighbors were passing by and they stopped to learn that his horse had run off during the night. And they told him, oh, how terrible this is. You've lost your one horse. Now you'll have to plow by hand or however they do that. And it's just terrible. And the man says, good luck, bad luck, who knows? And so a couple days pass and the horse returns. And the horse brings 3 other horses with it, 3 wild horses. So he and the son put the horses all in the corral, and the neighbors pass by again and are exclaiming, what great luck he has, what good luck. Well, your horse returned, you have 3 more horses, now you have 4 horses, you're a very wealthy man. And he again says, good luck, bad luck, who knows? And so the son decides to tame or break the 3 wild horses and gets in to do that and gets thrown from a horse and breaks his leg. Same neighbors come by, oh, terrible luck, your son's broke his leg, he can't help you now, this is terrible. And the man again says, good luck, bad luck, who knows? And a few days pass and the army comes through. And the army is drafting all young men into some war that's going on. And because the son has a broken leg, he can't be drafted. So the army moves on. And the neighbors come by and once again, good luck, bad luck. They tell him what great luck that his son broke the leg, because now he's not going to the army. And the farmer again, good luck, bad luck, who knows? And so the real moral of the story is pretty obvious, that we can have life events occur and feel impacted initially, but we never quite know the full story. We don't know what else is happening. We don't know what else is going to happen because of the first event. So it's helpful if we can stay open somewhat to other possibilities and view it that there may be benefits that are unseen at this moment. There may be ways that it gives rise to new perspectives, new activity, new ways of being. And so just hold it a little looser, what's going on currently, that it's early, we don't know a lot yet. Certainly it's a surprise to many. And just try and hold as open as you can, being with what's really here for you. So now invite awareness into the heart area, just breathing in, perhaps feeling the tenderness that's here. It could be other emotions, and just welcoming whatever's in your experience. We're not trying to be a certain way, we just are. You may be feeling some measure of hurt in your heart. If you are, just let that be here too. Being with the pain, the discomfort, the unease, maybe confusion. And as we meet these, our heart can open to karuna, compassion, the tender holding. Karuna, compassion, doesn't fix things necessarily, doesn't change anything. It just helps us be with what is happening, to be with the truth of what's happening. We don't need to like the truth, or we can love the truth of what's happening. But just let yourself fully feel the impact and be open to that tender holding, that kindness. You might feel a certain soreness in your heart, perhaps some worry. Just notice that there might be a little buoyancy in the heart, a little uplift, a little bit of optimism might be there. Perhaps there's some good luck that will be coming too. Let yourself be with whatever's happening in your heart right now. And invite acceptance. Upekkha, also accepting whatever's happening in your perception in this moment. On the next in-breath, invite awareness to the center of the forehead, what Theravada Buddhism calls the wisdom eye. The Zen tradition is called the Dharma eye. Breathe into the wisdom eye. It's called the wisdom eye because it can perceive without as much personality issue. It can perceive in a more objective, neutral manner. Breathe into the wisdom eye, feeling it as its function as an organ of perception. Again, introducing upekkha by accepting exactly what's in your experience in this moment. You may notice layers to the acceptance, or find that acceptance of some of what's in your experience is not challenging, and perhaps some of it's very challenging. Accept that. It is the truth. On the next in-breath, invite awareness to the crown chakra at the top of the head. We want to start again with acceptance, with upekkha. Upekkha means equanimity. Equanimity is about accepting the truth of the moment. Not trying to change the moment, starting with acceptance. 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 Those of you with meditative inner sight, maybe noticing the rich blackness that's in our field, an inky, dark, luminous blackness. And when I comment on what's in our field, to my perception, you don't need to see or feel exactly what I'm describing. Stay with the truth of your experience. If I mention the blackness, see if you can sense it, if you can't see it. Can you feel the rich, luminous blackness in your experience? If not, no problem. Just be with what's here for you. And if you can, great, just rest in the contact. With this rich, dark blackness is a quality of smoothness and ease. When I feel that smoothness and ease, it's usually revealing peace, a deep accepting peace that comes from our source, from what I call the absolute reality and absolute truth. So let yourself open to that rich blackness, the deep, easeful peace. And this is a peace that brings peace, introduces peace to anything it meets. So we can open and welcome the peace to touch into the vulnerable places within, the tender spots, the aches, the tears, the frustration, whatever is in your experience. Let your heart open to receiving this peace and this quality of luminous blackness. The blackness carries a quality of absence. We might call it no-thingness, or in traditional Buddhism it's called emptiness. It's a nothing, but a nothing that feels like it has something to it, a quality. Feel the smoothness of peace in your experience, soothing, calming. Feel how the peace is quieting down mental activity. There might even be a little bit of soothing ease in your experience in this moment. And notice the soothing stillness that's present here too. Something more than quiet. It's stillness. It lets our mentalizing and concepts land and not be percolating in awareness. You might notice my words arising from stillness and returning to stillness. Here in the crown chakra again, let's orient to acceptance. 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 Let yourself deeply relax into the peace, the vast blackness, and that wonderful stillness. It feels so comforting, calming and soothing, quieting. We'll sit together in this peace and stillness for a few minutes, and then I'll ring the bell. All right, as we're nearing the end of our time, I just had one piece of advice before we do a checkout, and that was really to try to apply the third Zen Pure precept, do good for others. If you orient yourself in life towards doing good for others, and the others includes you, doesn't mean you're excluded. But if you orient that direction, it'll focus you more on connection and offering what you can than on the events that are outside of control. Okay, I don't see anybody. Well, thank you, folks. It was really nice to be here with you all. I think this was an important day to gather and rest in Sangha together. So remember, this is available. I've also got YouTube videos if you want to plug into a peace meditation. There are a number on there, my YouTube channel. Thanks for being here. Again, there's a practice day on Sunday. If you're interested, there's info on my website. We can practice together for the day. Anyway, until then, or until we practice again, please be very well and take good care of yourselves. Bye now.